Episode 1 of Chomam and Samwai History of Asian Properties เกมลวงโลกของ AP Thailand History of Asian Properties is a Singaporean company who is 5-star real estate and construction properties company. Actually, who owns the properties themselves. Some of the Asian property is belong to some European assets in Asia. So some of the engineers, such as civil engineers, have the ideas of making identity theft company documents such that try to working in one company and having themselves as CEO and management levels. If not able, they will actually still steal account or steal account of the owner of the properties or companies, then having PR public relation to promote themselves by using that owner's piggyback to promote themselves as new company or rebranding same as CP company to Charoen Pokapan and to CPR, asking for more investment and asset from the first owner or the Europeans, and said like Thai Scandic and said that it is their company that asks for funding. Actually, sometimes after they manage, they will turn the assets and shares to them and not a management level and to as a shareholders, which is an illegal. And after some filing some case of the Europeans to them, they become like 36 times to be a bankruptcy and dissolve their company and rebranding again to something else, to asking for more investment from the same owner, from the first owner, and then try to manage it again. Actually, this phishing information by being construction worker or a maid from Thai Labor Department or never gone back to their home country at all to work in a factory or in a construction site by stealing owner's account to do something else too, such as there is a shareholders of the companies of some company, which is the other shareholder thought that it might be because they have problem with this individual somehow. So the letter found out that it's not really what they are having some trouble relationship, but it is a case that identity theft to border control to the rest of Asia, Europe, with royal European or sometime relating to European people, individuals, or titles, such as a reference to go beyond the border to Central or North America or Europe. Somehow the came in by like maybe a friend, or maybe just stealing like notebooks, or maybe stealing like is just as easy as iPad or even an iPhone, which has the account of some people that maybe they were looking of the investment port in their notebooks or even in their iPads or in the iPhone. So they was so easy that they were not trading on the usual stock market, but actually they turned the assets and stocks in the application, which is not really belong to them. Of course, some of them working their way to making themselves riches to culture sight the eye of some European. Of course, the eyes, they have green eyes, blue eyes, even pink eye. And it's also using up their piggy bank to become a jewelry company, to start up like a pearl company, jewelry company, or maybe they don't even start up, but they try to identity theft themselves as ancestor, which is of a mixed European Eurasian, and maybe they are knowing them as only as a friend, but they were stealing that interested to actually reborn as a mixed European or Eurasian, to asking like permissions to become like DNA owners, trying to CRISPR some of the looks, but it's not it's illegal, so the individual is not even have properties of an individual to passing on the phenotypes of the European at all, even the look it is. And properties owners is not even not their interested at all. When it comes that the bank has issued a market control and the contract was actually paid over but paid off, they cannot transfer the asset to the buyer's name. Why? It is because it's a murder site. Sometimes it comes to a murdering or stealing identities of the buyers himself, and afterwards it's like a Thai movie like Thailand, which is somehow it's the conflict between the owner of the house and people who living in the house afterwards, using the pattern of the house buyers to work and as sex workers in Thai massage parlor franchise, or maybe something else they can could think of being like then they like movie or maybe some story they told to them to others later on and accuse them as not being able to pay off the contracts or rents, and follow up the buyers who actually paid off the market contract to the bank with their own piggy bank to assess small properties such as over 10 million baht condo or something less value or more value to actually funding the Burmese, Japanese, white, blue collar to having renting condo databases to choose, which is managing by themselves again, same companies or some other companies, new companies, and later they will pay the rents by the company they are working. So actually the individual who living in the house or condos database is not paying off their rents, and actually they were become the owners of the condos had died or something, or they're doing something else, not knowing to manage the condo. Actually, it's a crime site, and it becomes daughters or sons of the owners of the property. Speaking more to the transfer ownerships by fulfilling mortgage contracts with Thai major banks, as Kyrgyz was it's not enough to buy Gucci shoes every day and even Louis Vuitton for them. They worked it as agent or even an iPhone themselves. It worked as agents themselves, even finished it school as tourist guide at some like university in Thailand, or even an open university in Thailand, which is not in a field that even to work in the bank sector at all, which is it's illegal act. So all of the Thai real estate companies actually cannot transfer ownerships because it is not their own, rebanning other countries owner like some foreign owners companies. This is not belong to the locals is also an illegal act. อย่าลืมใช้แอปทางลัดนะคะมีหนี้สินเนี่ยช่วยกดไลค์กด subscribe แล้วก็ notification bell ด้วยค่ะ